Okay. Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. After what is no doubt a stressful week, if you read the news or watch the news, we're here to commune with God and each other. Hinei Matov. Hinei Matov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hinei matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Hinei matov, how good and sweet it is to be together with you tonight to welcome Shabbat. I'm Rachel Morris. This is Andy Harrison. We thank you for joining us this evening in song and in prayer. We would like to invite up Andy's wife Adrienne and my mother Roberta to kindle the Shabbat candles with us.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and into our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts, all who are joining by live stream. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat. Okay, we next join us for Kiddush, please, on the following page. 123. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho mi'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'chata v'atanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yahava u'bratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
As we share an evening of Kabbalat Shabbat, please join us on page 142 with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malchei HaSharet, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malchei HaSharet, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malchei HaSharet, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shuvachem l'shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malchei HaSharet, Malchei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn now to page 130 and join together to sing our praise with L'chuna Ranana.
L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'Adonai. L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'Adonai. Nadia, Nadia, L'tzuri Shenu, L'kal Mafana B'toda. Nadia, Nadia, L'tzuri Shenu, Bizmirot Nadia Lo. L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'Adonai. L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'Adonai.
This is the moment in our Kabbalat Shabbat service where we welcome the Sabbath bride. Please join us with L'cha Dodi, singing verses 1, 5, 8, and 9. As we begin verse 9, please stand and face the door to help us greet Shabbat, and then take a moment to greet one another. After, you may remain standing for Chatzi Kaddish through the singing of the Shema.
Just a second.
Page 138.
About 158. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Shamor v'Zachor b'dibor echad hishmi'anu, El hamyuchad Adonai echad, U'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litila, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi u'v'neilcha ki mechor ha'bracha merosh mikerem nisucha chok ma'aseh v'asata latichla. Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Yaminu Shmol tifrotzi et Adonai, Taritzi al Yadish, Ben Partzi Kivod Adonai, Alayik Nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. Back to verse 5. Hitorari kiva orech, kumi uri shir daberi kivod Adonai, alayik nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah. Oy v'shalom ateret ba'alah gam b'simcha, u'tzolah toch emunei am segula. Bo'i chala, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat ne'Kabbalah. Okay, as we segue back into worship, Chatzi Kaddish, page 144. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah v'yamad ivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon u'kayed kol beit Yisrael b'hagala b'hagala u'bizman karev v'yimeru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Ol Me'omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipa'ar V'yiromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Dekudisha Brichu Le'elah Min chol birchata v'shirota tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran v'yahoma v'yimeru Amen. Yadadai-dai-dai.
We continue on page 149. Praise you, Adonai, our God, from whom evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv avarim. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please turn to page 153 as my son Alex joins us for the singing of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Shem malchuto leolam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod malchuto leolam va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu
Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. On page 154. V'yavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta b'ham v'shiftecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech u'shachbecha u'b'kumecha u'kshartom leot al yardecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha uv'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים לחיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We turn now to page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. And now we think about what it must have been like to be standing on the shores. Let us share Micha Mocha on page 158.
Tehilot, Hosei, Ele, Nora, Tehilot, Hosei, Ele, Malchutecha, Moshe u'Miriam Zeili anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed.
As we continue with a prayer for a peaceful night, we join together in singing Hashkivenu on page 161.
Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu
There is more to it than our people keeping Shabbat. Really, Shabbat has kept us. We turn to page 162 for Vishamru.
Everybody join. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, v'asor et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, l'asor et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, l'asor et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, l'asor et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, l'asor et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam.
In this, our moment of prayer, we invite you to rise as a community to pray together with us on page 164.
Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Ahagi, Tehillat
Techa Adonai Sifatai Tivtach Ufi Agim Tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevei Gula Lifnei V'neihem L'Man Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah 168 Atah Gevor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Rav L'Hoshia Morid HaTahal Mechayeh Chayim B'Chesed Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Someth Noflim Brochei Cholim Umatzir Asurim Umechayeh Me'emunato L'Shemei Afar Mikamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umidahu Melech Melech Memid Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh L'kadoshim b'chol yom Yehalalucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
We take a moment now for silent meditation. Please choose to use the words in the prayer book or the words in your own heart.
Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
We take a moment now to think of our loved ones who are not whole in body, mind, or spirit. Tonight, our Larchmont family prays for the healing of Jerry Golner, Nancy Hanley, Pat Ryan, Marlo Wiggins, Stanley Tereski, Sandy Warshaw, Paul Wiggins, Evelyn Silberg, Dick Stone, Hannah Stempelman, Enid Elton, Andy Rosenthal, Dan Zimmerman, Joseph Spinelli, Jody Kahn, Samuel Phillip, Ariel Eden, Ian Spear, Joanne Tobin, Abby Zatoun, Robin Shecher, Renee Leopold, Joel Brill, Brad Dembski, Barry Fenner, Jeffrey Amder, Eliyahu Ben Rina, Kristen Harris, Irv Cohen, June Foreman, Louise Elton, Marnie Foster Marks, Millie Marmer, Abby Katz, and Marion Froelich. Would anyone here like to add a name?
Lisa Austin. Please join us, page 371, Shabbat.
Mi sheberach avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Mi sheberach imoteinu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Yishaberach avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Yishaberach imoteinu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the vision of tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith to show the way. Mishaberach avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Mishaberach imoteinu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the bless our fathers. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. And bless us as well.
This week's Torah portion, entitled Va'et Hanan, means, "And I pleaded." In this parsha, Moses pleads with God, begging for entry into Israel. He asks God to consider his final request, but God will not hear of it. Instead, God commands that Moses go to a mountaintop for a clear view in all directions, so that he may set eyes on the promised land that he will never enter. Moses has no choice but to give up his pleading and accept his fate. He had no option but to accept that his life would come to an end without him ever feeling the soil of Israel beneath his feet, nor breathing the fresh, clean air of the promised land. As the parsha continues, Moses implores his people that they must continue to honor one God in their new homeland. He reminds the people of the 10 Commandments, reciting them and reminding everyone of the importance of this, our Jewish value system. Moses continues to speak, sharing words that are the core of our faith, the Shema. Moses says to the people, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love God, your God, with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your resources. These words which I command you shall be upon your heart. Teach them diligently to your children, and speak of them when you sit in your house and when you walk upon the way, when you lie down and when you get up. And bind them as a sign upon your hands, and they shall be frontlets between your eyes, and write them upon the doorposts of your house and upon your gates." These words are regarded in Jewish faith as the encapsulation of the Torah's most profound and fundamental teachings. These words constitute the core of daily devotional recitations, and the primary elements of morning and evening prayer have been structured around it. When we think about the Shema, most of us consider it a prayer about loving our God. While this is certainly true, love for our God is only mentioned in the first verse of the prayer. When we continue, the words of the Shema remind us that you shall repeat them to your children, referring to the obligation of instructing our children in the laws and observances of Torah. The pedagogical goal of the Shema is to foster the discipline of constant awareness and unwavering attentiveness for ourselves and our posterity. For its message to be driven home, the pillars of the Shema must be taught, repeated, and stated again. This teaching that is intended to guide our lives must be learned and learned well. As I stand here today, I am the embodiment of these words, of learning from my parents and passing along the teachings and traditions of Judaism to my sons, Gabe and Alex. As I stand here wearing the talis that my father received at his bar mitzvah in 1954, and that I wore for the first time 28 years ago at my bat mitzvah. This talis was pinned to my chuppah 18 years ago when I married my husband, Gary. This talis helped welcome Gabe at his bris 12 years ago, and in a few months, it will wrap his shoulders when he becomes a bar mitzvah. This talis has the story of my family's milestones woven into its fibers and will continue to collect memories as Gabe and Alex continue to grow as Jewish children and as they become Jewish adults. This talis represents my family's Jewish identity, the passing on of tradition and Torah, the love of God, and Jewish learning. Please rise for the Aleinu on page 586.
Could I have Mark and Mr. and Mrs. Green please come and open the ark for Elena?
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, ateit gedula liyotzeh breshit, shelo asana kogoye haratzot, velo samanu ומשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו בכל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
People come to services with loved ones on their minds. There's not a service where I come that I am not saying Kaddish for my father, Edward Kluback, whose 7th yahrzeit is just a couple of weeks away. With his name in my heart tonight, I also share the names of our Larchmont Temple family, who we are remembering tonight. We observe the yahrzeit tonight of Anna Schoenberg, Nettie Michnek, Andy Camlett, Marie Day Rosenthal, David Brooks, Arthur Gilman, John Stewart Breeder, Sidney Medoff, Jay Bookbinder, Jeanette Noble, Howard Jacobs, Joseph Radcliffe, Ann Stathis Goodman, Aaron M. Margolis, Rose Robin, Herman Martin Leitner, Gertrude Morick, Gerald Odentz, Bella Mahler, Masha Buchboltz, Charlotte Tepperman, Teresa Grant, Frida Farber, Rose Shuham, B. Smith Hopkins, Marcia Friedman, Susie Geller-Wolf, Janet P. Spear, Tina Freed, Henry Cook, Shirley Eichberg, Roberta Marks Cohen, Jack Packin, Seth Kaplan, Samuel Tudelman, Harvey Rubin, Harry Kovner, Lorna Adler, Joseph B. Evans, Morris Tillman, Gussie Medwick, Loie Reich, Curtis Greenwald, Helen Freed, Joseph Fruchter, Esther Bartos. We mourn the recent deaths in our temple community of Florence Rothstein, mother of Donna Harley and Susan Rothstein, grandmother of 2, predeceased in 1998 by Seymour, her husband of 49 years. Felicia Needleman Levinson, sister of Jennifer Dorian, wife of Richard Levinson, mother of Simon, James, and Annabelle, daughter of Susan Needleman, predeceased in 1988 by her father, Stanley Needleman. Louise Levy, mother of Lynn Nydorf and Ralph Levy, grandmother of 4, great-grandmother of 6, predeceased in 1991 by Seymour, her husband of 54 years, and by her older brother, Ralph Wilk. Dr. Lloyd Landa, father of Michelle Landa Brooker and Joseph, grandfather of 4, predeceased by Jeanette, his wife of 62 years in April, and Ken Goldstein, father of Ann Gerson and Ellen Vora, grandmother of 4, predeceased by Jane, his wife of 40 years in 2015. Would anyone here like to add a name?
In hopes of sacred remembrance.
Please join me on page 598. Yit Gadal, the Yit Gadash, Shemay Rabbah.
V'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei kol beit Yisrael. V'agala uzman karim ve'imru Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'mei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach Yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithalech v'yithalal shmei dekudshah barichu. Le'ela minchol v'chata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Amiran v'aman v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael
v'imru Amen. Zichoran livrach, may their memories be for a blessing.
Okay, everybody have a seat, please. Before we do our closing song, we would be remiss if we did not thank those who were honored with Aliyot, Mom, Adrian, our accompanist, David Jutt, without whom this would not be possible, DJ, who's making it possible for those of you who are watching from outside to see us, and my partner in crime here, Rachel Morse, who you would never know was her first time, like a veteran, like a pro. So, thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Our closing song, my wife's favorite, Lichi Lach by Debbie Friedman, the words of which can be found at page 645. Please rise. Lichi Lach, to a land that I will show you. Lech Lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi Lach, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi Lach. Lechi Lach, and I shall make your name great. Lech Lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi Lach, to the place that I will show you. L'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, lechi lach. And you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, lechi lach. Shabbat Shalom. Please join us for a short oneg in the back.
Shabbat shalom.